This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberta on the Studio Sportscentre, presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar. And tonight is the night as the Leafs are fighting for their playoff lives in Sunrise, Florida. And it's crazy to think that this series was just a couple bounces away from the Leafs having a 3-0 lead on the defending champs. But that is how the playoffs go. And now, on the brink of elimination, they have to do what they have struggled to do in the Core 4 era, as they're just 4-8 in elimination games. And as you probably expect in those games, Matthews and Marner are the two usually getting the most blame. And the same can be said about this recent turn of events for Toronto, as both have completely disappeared over the last 2 games, going pointless. And in the last 3 games, the pair have only combined for 4 assists. That is just not good enough to beat defending Cup champions. But these guys get so much heat online that it feels unfair of me to pile on in any way. I'm not gonna go the way of every other person on Twitter going hard at both of these guys right now. Matthews is clearly hurt. Like, something is wrong. Something is wrong. And Mitch Marner was doing well, except for these last couple games. Like, guys, this is the last chance opportunity to turn it around and prove everyone wrong. Outside of that pair, for the Leafs to stay in this series and get a good performance from Joseph Woll, which doesn't seem that promising. Outside of the shutout in Game 2, he has been a little shaky between the pipes. In the last 3 losses, he's got a 402 goals against and an .878 save percentage. And it was so awful in Game 5 that he got pulled after giving up 5 goals. Which again, I don't think is fair to put all on Woll. He needs help out front. He needs momentum out front. So with all that positivity in mind, what better time to bring up the Roberta reaction meter? Let's keep in mind, I was at not again after last game. Now we're gonna be more positive, okay? We're gonna be even Steven, set the slate clean. Maybe we can do this. You can't win in 7 if you don't lose 3 games first. And don't stick a fork in them just yet. Sorry, Caps fans, we're not talking about you. But the Winnipeg Jets extended their postseason last night with a dominant 4-0 win on home ice in Game 5, cutting the Stars series lead to 3-2. And we talked about it yesterday. For the Jets to win, Connor Hellebuyck needed to be in Vezina form. And he was just that, stopping all 22 shots to a shutout. And if you look at the numbers, he's actually been legit at home, going 6-1 this postseason. The problem with Helly and the Jets, however, have been their stats away from Canada Life Centre. The 31-year-old has not won a road playoff game since, wait for it, the bubble season in 2021. As you can see, his stats on the road these playoffs have been truly horrendous, especially in comparison to what they look like at home. And while Helly has struggled on the road, his counterpart Jake Ottinger has been lights out at home this series, allowing just 3 goals on 58 shots in games 3 and 4. And his most reliable defenseman, Miro Heiskanen, has slowly eased his way into things, which isn't making things any easier for the Jets in Game 6. The Finnish D-man saw his ice time improve from 14:52 in Game 4 to 18:33 in Game 5. Now in Game 6 Saturday, scoring the first goal will be crucial, as the team to score first has won the last 4 games in this series. The Jets will have to find a way to stop Conn Smythe frontrunner Mikko Rantanen, who has 11 points in his last 4 home playoff games. That is such a banana stat to say out loud. Not only that, like, he's got Hatties. More than one Hattie. Like, this guy is on another level. He's got that dog in him. A Hattie that came the last chance they had to clinch out a series at home. The Jets season hinges on their ability to win a game on the road, which, let's face it, if you're the President's Trophy winner, shouldn't be hard, right? We know a certain squid believes in them. Do you? Time now for my favorite segment and yours that We Love Sports Today.
Why we love sports today.
Now let's go to the unreal world of Nitro Circus, because just watch how close this is and how quick reflexes could be life-saving. I mean, if you're gonna do this kind of stuff for a living, yeah, I would assume reflexes are part of the gig, but damn. Now joined by our guy, Tim Marini. Great to see you, Tim.
Hey, Marissa, how's it going? Big game tonight. Big game. Who's gonna win?
Well, Tim, I guess you only watched the racing sections of the show because I already went over this, so go Leafs go. Oscar Piastri has won the last 3 races, and McLaren as a team has won 5 of 6 races so far this year. How is McLaren so far ahead of everyone? Is it the car, the drivers, or both?
Well, it's both. I mean, they have 2 great drivers, and they built a really great car. I mean, in qualifying, they're probably not as far ahead as some people may think. I think top 3, top 4 teams are actually really close together. It's once they get into the racing and in really hot conditions, the McLaren car is really good at managing the rear tire and keeping it cool. Now, once we start to get a little deeper into this season and other teams start to figure out what McLaren has done here, I can start to see those top 3 teams of Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull really start to close in because they've figured out what McLaren has done.
Okay, so who's got the best shot at taking a run at McLaren this weekend in Italy, but also the rest of the year?
I think for this weekend, when you take a look at this race in particular compared to the one we're coming off of in Miami, the temperatures here in Imola are going to be a lot cooler, so I can see the grid being even closer together. I mean, after free practice 1, teams that look really strong, I mean, Williams has been really surprising, but Mercedes, Ferrari, Lewis Hamilton was only 9/100ths of a second off of Oscar Piastri, who set the fastest time in free practice 1. So I can really see this weekend's race being extremely close, and I can also see some other teams possibly coming away with the win.
Tim Hauraney, thank you so much for joining us.
All right, thanks so much for having me, Marissa. Really appreciate it. Good luck to your Leafs, and thanks to producer Chris as well.
And you can watch the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix Sunday on TSN. Coverage begins at 8:55 a.m. Eastern, 5:55 a.m. Pacific. Before we go, let's talk some basketball, because the WNBA season starts tonight. And what a season it's going to be, as there are so many juicy storylines. The biggest, in my opinion, being Caitlin Clark, and how big of a leap she'll make this year. She's the heavy favorite for MVP at +200, with Asia Wilson slightly behind her at +230. And with an MVP, it will come with team success. And checking the title odds, there are some big expectations for the Fever as well. The Liberty are at the top with the shortest odds, followed by the Aces, which is really no surprise considering the last 2 seasons. But Clark and the Fever have the 4th shortest odds at +390. It's just been a joy to see this echelon of players come through and just giving vigor to the WNBA. I love it. And tonight on TSN, we'll have the first ever game of the new expansion franchise, the Golden State Valkyries, as they host the LA Spark. A game you can watch on TSN at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. And I will be attending a WNBA launch party tonight as well before the Leafs game. You just gotta get it all in, you know? It's sports. That's it for me today. We'll see you right back here Monday. That's right, we don't get a long weekend here, okay? Have a good one.